Introduction to Edward Sager for ARC 501 in Fall 2023. In 2020, I took an open courseware class from MIT entitled Sustainable Building Design. I had been interested in this topic for many years, but never thought that I could figure out how to utilize the concepts of such things as daylighting, window-to-wall ratio, and energy performance, passive design, and building analysis. It seemed very foreign to me. In fact, I had no idea where to go to research any of these things and thought that I was simply not in a position to attempt to figure out how to research such topics. This course was a revelation in many ways, including realizing that with the proper instruction, I could accomplish such designs. The final assignment in this class was intense, but I realized that all I had to do was start from step one, which was finding a location for my building, and utilize everything I had learned over the semester. I was grateful I took good notes. It was only after this class that I considered going back to school to study architecture. I grew up with the idea that self-sufficiency was important, and solar power was one way that I felt could achieve part of that goal. Solar power had not really been developed much by the time I became interested in it, but the Department of Energy gave grants to regular people who utilized photovoltaics at their residence. When I was a child, my parents considered solar power as an add-on to their house. I listened to the discussion intensely, wondering what the outcome would be. Unfortunately, the break-even point with the minimal efficiencies of solar and environmental technologies at the time, approximately 5 to 7%, was about 15 years, and that was with optimal results. My parents declined, but I was interested in photovoltaics ever since. And no, I have not been around since 1888 or 1956. China has fascinated me since at least as young as 13 years of age. I love to see beautiful buildings and bridges in general, and China has developed some of what I consider to be some of the great beauties of the last 20 years. These are but a few images that showcase what might be called neo-futuristic with its sleek designs, and yet the Chinese remember and pay homage to their past architectural styles with the designs of the new and modern buildings. This is meant to be a very brief overview of my educational and professional pursuits over the past few decades. Helping people who have been discriminated against as a result of a disability is a theme you will see not just with my advocacy, but also with my designs, as it is my overriding concern with architectural projects. I always try to make it so that those with disabilities, especially those less ambulatory, feel comfortable where they are and where they may be, and that they may go where everyone else can go. Courthouse and courtrooms are often distinct and unique, and probably just as often, they are quite similar. It is my goal to, at some point, design a federal courthouse which pays homage to the interior of courthouses from the 18th and 19th centuries while using the latest research to achieve a net zero building. The Seattle Federal Courthouse was built after I had become an attorney, and so was fresh and new several years into my career. I loved going there because of the hustle and bustle occurring in the beautiful, spacious courtrooms. The designs of Zaha Hadid architects, which you can see in the top row, middle photo. They are, quite simply, sexy. I have always been fascinated by bridges and believe them to be the penultimate design of engineering and architecture. Lastly, kinetic facades are one way to merge technology, comfort, and style, and to help create a net zero building. I love creative facades, especially those found in the Middle East with the Islamic geometric patterns. What would I love to accomplish in this class? Well, within the context we have been given, I would like to design structures which are 1. Comfortable, 2. Practical, 3. Beautiful, 4. Affordable, 5. That utilize bioclimatic principles, 6. I would like to somehow include biomimicry, and 7, and most of all, be evidence-based. Since starting this program at ASU, I have done hundreds of hours of research, both for class and because I was simply interested in certain topics. I have a large library of research papers and architecture books, and hope to be able to utilize my library this semester. To me, home is a location associated with particular feelings of which I have not found to occur very often. It is a place where I feel safe and at which family and friends can come and feel safe and loved, and a place that protects all those at or within its boundaries. Thank you for watching my introduction, and next up is the bibliography.